feeling a little depressed, or maybe like there's not a lot going on in your life right now you can really look forward to? Well, for many, the Packers in the Super Bowl, the build-up, the big win was a very big deal. And after last Sunday's win, what's next? We are talking today with our life coach, Pat Barone of Catalyst Coaching, about the lessons we can learn from the Packers in our own lives. So timely, obviously.
Yes.
You know, even I think after the holidays, there's a huge letdown kind of going into the new year, and you hit this lull in February and March before spring really rolls around and kind of gives you some fresh spirit. So
that's right.
So what are the most important lessons we can take away from this?
You know, there's a lot of big wins in your own life that kind of mirror the Packers win. People don't often think about them, but you know, weddings, having a child, landing that dream job, those are all big wins in your life. And you want to be able to deal with those, and you want to be able to build on them, to create some momentum with them.
So after something that's really highly emotional, let's talk about the days and the weeks that come after a big win. What are some of the events that occur post?
Because it's so emotional that sometimes you do feel a letdown, and you have to be mindful of that. I think it's great. In sports, of course, we have no trouble celebrating.
Right.
But in our own lives, sometimes we feel like we're being self-centered if we celebrate. And think about when you have a child, how many people really celebrate that? You know, it kind of comes and happens and hits you, and then, you know, it's gone.
I talked with someone yesterday that celebrated something I never in a million years would have thought to celebrate. But she really reminded me that it's important to give pause to kind of just even these little wins that we have.
Oh, yes.
And the fun things that you can do. And I can't even tell you what it is.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, okay, so celebrate, acknowledge.
Yeah, you want to acknowledge what this means to your life. Again, the example of having a child, people don't often realize, okay, this is a whole transition to a new period of my life. And I'm going to feel different. I'm going to be different. So kind of acknowledge the impact that it's had on you.
Accept the inherent changes. What do you mean by that?
Again, there's some big changes when you go through transition like this. If you're called into, you know, that dream job, then that's going to call you forth into, you know, some different perspectives on your work, and some different challenges as well.
Assess the future.
You want to assess the future. This is what the Packers are doing right now, of course. You want to see how this is going to fit into your life. How are you going to build on this win? What does it lead to for you? If it's a dream job, then you might want a certain period of time before you make that next step, and yet you're going to have some goals to achieve while you're in that position.
Which leads that into your next point.
Right. Rework the lineup. You want to, again, assess what you're going to do next, what that next goal is going to be, and what do you need to bring into your life to do that. With the Packers, they'll be assessing players, of course.
Right.
Personnel.
I think one of the biggest points to be made here is the timeline, because so often we kind of put it out there.
Right.
We don't put a deadline on it.
Right, and that's very easy to do in our own lives. The Packers have a schedule that's imposed on them. They know when their next run for the Super Bowl will happen. We don't know that. So you need to decide, when do I make my next step? What do I want that timing to be like? Otherwise, what we're really talking about here is not letting that big win drift into the past and sort of become muted, you know, as an experience from the past. You want to build on it. You want to make that next step and use the momentum of it to lift you into future things.
Yeah. Some great reminders, Pat, to take time to celebrate, but also to plan for what's next and build on our successes. Appreciate the time today. Thank you so much. And I've been thinking about this. I can actually share what she did, but I'm going to post it on our Facebook page. So if you want to find out what it is, go there.
I will look.
It's pretty personal, but I'll keep it very benign so no one knows who it is. Anyway, thanks so much again.